Kim Kardashian.
Okay, I'm recording. I'm recording right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So they're an Armenian couple. Armenians are very proud and independent individuals, and there was a genocide of the Armenian people. They were conquered by several. Turks were one of the
Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
They were conquered by them, and a couple people. So, but with the Turks, they actually did like a form of genocide, just kind of like how Hitler killed off, Jews. Right.
Back in 1915, so they're still affected by it to a certain extent.
You know what? That's a really, really good point. They are still affected by it.
Yeah. So there is something called a survivor syndrome.
Thank you.
Which you'll see reflected in our sculpting and with the couple. As I was saying, they're very proud people, and to the point where they are very concerned about what other people think of them. Even if it's a family secret, that's okay. But if other people find out about something that's not what they consider, that's outside of their culture or outside of their norms, they're highly affected by it. So even the younger, this is a second generation family. But back to the survivor syndrome, some of the Armenians feel a sense of guilt because they feel like they survived and some of their good family members got killed off during the genocide. So again, you'll see that depicted in the sculpting. From a therapist point of view, you kind of have to pull out their strengths because they're very proud, they're very reserved, they're not going to just be forthcoming with information. And they're not very trusting people because of the genocide and different things they've been throughout the years, being conquered by so many, I guess, nations or,
And I'm sorry, the family problem again is?
The family problem is they are pregnant, and they had a shotgun wedding. They were so concerned with getting married to protect the family's name.
Okay.
Dubiel is the actor.
Okay. Now, what I do want to recommend when you choose family problems, choose an easy family problem that you can do an easy literature search on. Okay. So do you know what I mean? So that you can easily find a lot of material to.
So you think marriage is okay, like marriage and
so it'll be marriage counseling and marriage and childbearing. Okay. All right.
Being forced to marry, that should be easy enough to find.
Do you know what I mean? So just an easy problem area.
Don't you think ours is easy?
Which one?
Is ours easy?
The arranged
Well,
marriage?
I'm just, sometimes the more the specific, well, I mean, it's just, what you would be searching for in your literature search is
marriage or counseling.
Marriage counseling, but that would be more the technique. Do you see what I mean? So we need the problem.
Marital problems?
Okay, yes.
Or do you need to be more specific?
So,
well, there's finance issues because that's the other thing. Armenians are very
issues.
Yeah, Armenians, they're more concerned about family as a whole instead of individuality.
Yeah.
One of the in the couple, one person is more concerned with making sure his family is taken care of as a whole, and that's not even just his wife and the unborn child, but that's family back in Armenia. So he's more concerned with the family as a whole, where you'll see that the wife is a little bit more independent. She's taking the independence thing to another level.
Okay. So do you see what I mean? I'm just trying to make your
problem more focused.
Because only for your literature search. So you have your problem that you have to literature search. You have to have your you have Armenian, and then you have the sculpting. So, but I'm just saying, just make your family problem whatever your search, literature search. Just make it easy. You want death and dying issues are easy to search.
Well, we did
drug and alcohol.
So you're saying marriage? We shouldn't use the marriage as the problem? Should we create
you can if you think there's a lot of literature out there about marriage and new babies.
Okay, but we'll have to.
Do you see what I mean? Like some type of issue that.
Arranged marriage.
Okay.
Marriage problem.
So marital problems. Okay.
Yeah,
marital conflict.
Marital conflict and maybe control, finances.
Okay.
Finances cause a
All
lot
right.
of marriages to
Yes, it did.
fail.
Okay. I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, no, I
Your
appreciate it
your
because you're
search.
gonna be great in my paper, so.
I just want you to,
Need
you know,
feedback.
so you get on the library and you Google, or I mean, and you know put your search in, and they go, oh, 20 articles on that. Boom. All right, now we're good. Okay.
So
Okay.
how would you narrow it down then? Would you include
Well,
the
I mean, just pick an issue. You know, that what do we? There's so many different. I mean, what's the
For marriage.
family problem?
Infidelity.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
like the baby's not
darling.
yours.
That's what you want to do. I'm flexible.
What, we can all maybe even do like
And you're
cohabitation.
playing again. Oh my God, you're so nice.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and
But
go
figure out what
with
you're
it.
doing.
I know.
Well, no, I mean, we'll still stick to our skit, but we can talk about cohabitation, marital conflict,
Yeah. Okay.
just something with the marital
Okay.
conflict. I'm
So
All right,
the skit is
that's-
basically we have some marital
problem.
conflict. and we've got
It's just
forced
for
to be
you,
married,
Forrest.
and-
I'm
Be
just
married,
helping.
Yeah,
living
no,
together,
that's
because I'm
exactly.
pregnant, nobody want to know, yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go.
So, I don't know if you all want to be sitting on the couch and we kind of sit as the family special. We'll let them sit by each other, I guess.
Oh.
And what was her role again?
I'm a therapist.
Oh, you're the therapist.
Oh, I thought you were married.
I think it's a cognition problem, guys.
Okay, so thank you two for joining us today. We really
You're welcome.
appreciate you all coming in to visit with Stephanie and myself. We are family therapists, and I know this is difficult for you two to come in with your busy schedules and everything, but we appreciate you taking the time in to come and see about your family. Stephanie and I wanted to try, if it's okay with you, a technique today called family sculpting. I know some of the issues that you brought up in our last session was that you two had to have somewhat of a quick wedding because of the fact that your parents would have been pretty much to the point of disowning you if you had not been married before your child is born.
Yeah, but I don't see the big deal. I mean, I think people are gonna figure out, we're gonna be married for 4 months, and I'm 8 months pregnant. But, you know,
Okay.
So you're not worried about it?
I'm not.
Okay. All right. So, sir, how do you feel about the situation that you all had to get married so suddenly without your family being involved?
We had to get married, and I'm gonna be responsible for that.
Okay. So it's a pretty exciting time, though it seems that you two are expecting your child. Have you told your parents now that you're married that the baby is coming?
Yeah, they know.
Okay. And is everybody pretty much excited about it?
No. You know, because of the situation. They're, my parents, I mean, they haven't talked to me, so.
Okay.
So your parents aren't talking to you at all? For how long?
Just a few weeks. I think they'll come around, though.
Well, if it's okay with you two, we'd like to position your family in the structure that we, based on the information that you all have shared with us so far, how we see the family structure, and then we'll give you all, if it's okay, an opportunity to structure your family the way that you see it as individuals. Is that okay? Are you okay with that, sir?
That's okay.
Okay. All right, so if you two don't mind, just come and stand here at the edge of the rug. Okay. So based on what you two have told me so far, I would position you as this way and this way right now. And shoot your hand out and your foot one step. How do you guys feel about this positioning?
So I don't know if he sees what she's doing. So
Can you
It's your
just,
turn.
yeah, can you turn a little bit like this? Desiree, how do you feel about the way the family's positioned right now from our perspective, based on what you've told us so far?
I mean, a little weird, I guess. What is this? What does this mean? That you, how do you see us? Does this feel weird?
Well, from what you've told me so far, you like to have a sense of independence, and that's part of your culture that you shared with us. That's very important, a sense of independence, where your husband, although you are two individuals, he is more concerned with you all as a family, and not even just you and him, but also your extended family. So you kind of, you know, whereas he, you know, he's okay with you working, but you're, you know, really focused on working, and now that you're pregnant, I think he wants more of a family where you're still looking to be independent and working and doing the things that you were doing prior, where your husband is concerned with looking after some family members that aren't here in America yet.
Yeah, I we have been, you know, doing that, so this is a little okay for me, but not completely.
And Dubiel, how do you feel about the way that you two are faced?
I'm not sure why I'm turned this way, or why we're almost back to back. I'm not sure what that means. I know that I am responsible, and I am trying to look out for the interests of the family, and I am trying to look out for the interests of my wife and our son.
Are you okay with sculpting the family the way that you see the family right now?
You want me to stand us how I
That's a very nice gesture. How do you feel about that?
I feel okay. I feel in this position, he, the only thing that he wants me to do is just to sit home and care for the baby. And, you know, I kind of just want to do a little more than that.
And how do you feel about that? About her doing a little more?
We've had this conversation many times, and I have to have the interest of the family come first. I feel that she's thinking about herself only, not the interest of the family.
That's not true.
Okay. So are you going to be continuing to work throughout your pregnancy? Have you all discussed that?
I want to work. That's, you know, I want to feel as though I'm contributing to the family other than just having a baby.
And Julia, how do you feel about that?
Well, she has her contributions that she has to make as a mother, as a child, and she should understand what those contributions are. And I have my contributions that I have to make. We just have to work this out.
Well, I think
it's very different than, you know, the way we do it in this country, and I'm willing to learn.
You're willing to learn, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's great that your husband is saying that he's willing to, work with you as a couple together. You two can figure out what will work for the best, your family, for the children in terms of you working. Desiree, how do you see your husband in you?
You want us to?
Okay, how would you?
All right, turn this way.
Okay, so this is interesting. So, you want to explain?
I want him to respect me and my feelings and what I want to do. And I want to be at his side. Not him just wanting me to not do anything and just stay home. I should be at his side, not behind him.
Okay. And how do you feel about that?
Once again, we've spoken about this before. but I believe she has to have the interest of the child, the interest of the family in mind as well.
Don't you think it's possible that she could do both?
It's possible. We've had some discussions about that. And that's, in a way, that's why we're here.
And both of your families has it always been where the woman stays at home? Like, did your mother stay at home and your mother stay at home while the man took care of the?
Well, it's the way in our country. That's the way it's always been. I understand that we're in a new country, in a new culture, and there's some changes have to be made. But I still believe that regardless whether we're in this country or in our country, we should have put the interest of the family first.
So you're concerned with her working too much while pregnant? Do you think maybe if she cut back on some of her hours, would that be something that you two?
Well, I believe that how can she be a mother and raise our child the way our parents raised us if she is not home and able to accomplish that?
Does it have to be exactly the way your parents raised you? Could it be something different?
Our children are American and they are going to be raised like American, but there's still certain things that we do, and we put our family first. We put our child first.
So do you think it's something that you two can come to an agreement upon?
I mean, he knows how I feel. My mom, she stayed home and raised, us kids. And she was just so depressed. She didn't have a life. It was just about the kids, us, us. And I just see what it did to her. And I don't want to be that way. I want to have a life. I want to be able to contribute to my family. And, I don't want to stay home and just take care of the kids.
You want to do it all?
Yes.
That's the problem I see that we've spoken about. She wants to do it all. She wants to have it her way all the time. But we're in a difficult situation in this country with having a child at this time and adjusting to changes, and she has to make sacrifices just like I am making sacrifices.
So that goes back to, you think that you two could come to some type of conclusion where maybe it's the best of both worlds? She gets to have some sense of independence because that's something that she is seeking, and you still have the same family structure that that you are designed for your family, just as you had. Do you think that's something that you two could work towards?
And that's why you're here, right?
Yeah, that's why we're here. I mean, I would like that. I would like that, but we've just been going back and forth about how we're going to do it.
That's been a constant family discussion that has created a lot of arguments, and we are still trying to solve that issue.
Okay, well, you're taking the right steps. You've come to several sessions to discuss these issues, and I think I want to end here.
Okay, well, but before we do that, there are issues about extended family members, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Back
that
in
you were
Armenia.
saying the extended family members that you care about, right?
Mhm.
Have what? They're not happy about this situation, right? Or
Yeah, they're not happy that I was pregnant before we married.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So if we were going to have somebody like Cynthia, okay, kind of represent that, how would the family members be, like pointing their finger at you, or like mad, or
Yeah.
how would they?
And just looking away, right?
And looking away.
Looking away.
So that's how the family
that's
members.
mom.
Because that plays, how other people think, especially family members that you care about, how they feel and think about you, really does impact how you feel. And to be alone in this country, right, with all your family still in another country, it's a very, very lonely feeling, You know what I mean? So do that, would you see it that way? Kind of like they're pointing their finger at but looking away.
Yeah.
And so then you would say, and you as a therapist could do that. You know, you could say, you know, if I was going to be thinking about, you know, this is kind of the posture that I would be doing. Not me, you know what I mean? But and then just and I would see, because you know, you only have two in this. You know, when you have more, then more of the dynamics can be shown. But if you only have two and you want to show more of the dynamics, we're lucky to have, you know, extra people here to do that. But you can act as, you know, in that, or we can, you know, bring Cynthia in, and then you could say, so do that again, hold that position. And what is that like for you to see this, when you to feel that, when regarding the other? How does that feel for you?
I feel very bad and ashamed.
Very bad and ashamed. Because what happens is that shame and guilt or whatever feeds into the relationship as well. Because it's systemic, right? That's why we call this family systems. What affects one affects another. You know, what other people think impact you. You know. That's good. Any other dynamics? Any other areas?
Love the great repose that Dubio did when he when he put his hand on
Oh,
the
I
rope.
know you would.
I like the Harlem Shake myself.
I like her.
Yes.
Leave it there.